Hello, Dave.
Hello, Matt. This is a little later than you thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I was looking at my phone, and at one point, my phone's like, "You have no service." I'm like, "Oh, don't tell me Dave's calling and I can't answer."
Okay, it's I set the alarm to do the sunset prayer, and I set it. I thought I was setting it for PM, and I was setting it for AM, and just too many 20-hour days for Grandpa last week or so, and that was it. I closed my eyes at 3:30, and the next thing it was 7:30. Okay, are we recording? Grandpa's going to grab up some Diet Coke here.
Okay, we are recording, but go ahead.
Oh, man. Okay. I must sound a little rougher than I usually do.
No, you sound about the same. I probably sound funny because I'm just getting over a cold.
Oh, are you? Okay. It's nice that we call them colds again. That it's not like you're a genocidal COVID casualty.
I find that if I have any symptoms that are a flu, cold, COVID, anything, it's a cold until I find out otherwise, and I'm just not going to check unless I'm really thinking this feels really weird.
Yeah.
The new one is...
Go ahead.
The new one is RSV, which is respiratory something virus. And a woman at work came to me because I'm married to a nurse, so I know everything about the medical field. And was like, RSV. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, should my son get the vaccine? I'm like, well, it's for... Yeah, they give the vaccine to real young kids and really old people, because that's the two groups that are most susceptible. And I'm like, I mean, he's 7, so he should be fine. She's like, oh, okay, because my mom's got it. And I'm going, how old is she? 71? Yeah, she probably wants the vaccine. Oh, she was supposed to get it tomorrow, but because insurance wouldn't pay for it till this year. And now she tested positive, and this woman at work is freaking out because her mom's got a heart condition, and she's got COPD, I think. Or no, she uses a CPAP machine for sleep. I'm like, yeah, no, it sounds like your mom should probably call her doctor and be like, should I go to the hospital? I mean, and she's like, well, yeah, that's what we're freaking out about right now. And I'm going, okay, well, not my headache, sorry.
Yeah, that's the best advice I can give you right there. Okay, here it is, 2024, the year the film version of A Boy and His Dog takes place. I did not know that.
I looked it up. The story, the actual book by Harlan Ellison also takes place in 2024.
Does it really? Okay. Yeah, it's there's a whole list of those. What was Back to the Future?
2015.
2015. So we're catching up on all of these, and yes, it is dystopia, but it's not your father's dystopia. Mickey and Minnie Mouse are in the public domain. Yes, as is Lady Chatterley's Lover, and we're still doing the Please Hold for Dave Sim thing. It's my turn to remember Jeff Seiler. Yes, it is. So why don't you do that one right now?
Well, I pulled in a visual remembrance from a ringer, kicker of a new Kickstarter, Steve Peters, who says, going through my archive of convention sketches looking for stuff for a future publication, found these that I did for Seiler at Space in 2018, the last time I ever saw him. And the visual viewers will get to see a Cerebus that looks suspiciously like the Cerebus and Hal passive figure, and Jeff as one of Steve's alien, I believe I'm pronouncing this right, Lekru. And the audio listeners get to hear me say, hey, look, there's pictures, and I describe them for you, but I don't have enough time.
That's an amazing likeness of Seiler.
I wonder if he posed for it.
Apart from the alien thing, it's like I drew Jeff once, but that was tracing a photograph. And even when I was doing it, I was going, man, if you look in the dictionary under nondescript, there's a little picture of Jeff Seiler there, and it's I would not have wanted to try doing what Steve's done here. Congratulations, Mr. Peters.
It is an amazing likeness. I'm willing to bet Jeff sat next to him for an hour at the convention while Steve was drawing this and dealing with running the table.
Right.
Because
we could maybe ask Steve to flesh that out for us. Did he have Seiler sitting right next to him, and did he say, "Okay, don't move"?
Because I know Jeff had especially towards the end, had a tendency of, at a convention, if there was an empty chair, oh well, I'll sit down. Right.
He had been such a space veteran. Who could deny me sitting space? Any place. Anyway, that's great. Yeah. So he's got a new Steve Peters has got a new Kickstarter going.
Yeah, it Ghosts of Rabbit Hell, and it's going to have a photo cover because apparently he has 4 figures of the 4 main characters that were made for him, and they're rewards on the Kickstarter, and it's little sewn figures with magnets in the feet so you can stick them to metal. And
really,
and he's shown some of the artwork, and it looks it looks very much like it's probably going to be it's going to be more Rabbit Hell than Comic Verse, but he's also working on a new Comic Verse strip where he's taken suggestions from the audience for favorite sci-fi fantasy panels or images that he can incorporate into each panel. And he's doing a panel a day for all of January.
Again, congratulations, Steve. I'm getting ahead of things here now. That's on page 2, and I've got the Lank Stevens segment to do at this point. And this one's going to be a general observation for any creator who is, as Lank was doing when he contacted me, and I hope he's still doing, launching a new comics title and laying the groundwork for it. All of my recommendations have been on the literal creative side so far. Here's the parameters that Lank gave me. Okay, if it was my project and those were my parameters, this is what I would be working on. This gets into the more general thing of it's 2024. So if you're launching or planning to launch a series, and you're started working on the groundwork and started doing the creativity, one of the things that you should be doing at the early stage, because of the way that the internet has completely transformed how all of us do things, including self-publishing comics. Promote what it is you're doing. If you've got the visual concept and you've got a title and you've got the format that you're doing it in, now you just have to start moving ahead and being productive, how are you going to sell it? And there you get into the most confounding thing, and at the same time the most advantageous thing about the internet. Things do go viral on the internet. What's going? Just name one thing off the top of your head that's going viral right today, the first January 4th, 2024.
I honestly don't know.
Okay.
I'm just connected enough to have a hand in the game, but not connected enough to be okay. What's trending the most type thing.
Okay, but we're both in agreement that something is doing that right now. That is just epitomizing January 4th, 2024, and pre-internet. The title Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was in that category. If you're doing your title and you're doing your concept, definitely put in a lot of invest a lot of mental time going, do I have something like that, or can I come up with something like that is everybody that heard Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they laugh and go, "Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That's an actual comic book. Yes, that's an actual comic book. I gotta go find one of those. That's really, really funny." It's almost impossible to do, which is why when somebody does it, it's usually accidental, and they have no idea that they have just invented something that is now going to have billion-dollar commercial potential. Siegel and Schuster didn't know that when they went Superman. Yeah, let's do Superman. Everybody's talking about Superman. Nietzsche and Adolf Hitler is storming around Europe, and everybody's talking about the Superman. We'll do our Superman, and we'll do it like Flash Gordon, having no idea that this was a 1 in a billion chance transformative thing. You never know that either when you're a comics creator, that this thing that you're working on, that you hope maybe it'll sell enough copies so I can quit my job. As Kevin had, boiling lobsters in Maine. Yeah, you will be able to quit your job, and you have no idea exactly what sort of scale there is. Apart from that, it's not going to be quite the Beatles. It's not going to be quite Elvis. But in terms of the comic book field, it's going to be pretty much the biggest thing since Spider-Man, and the biggest thing since Superman. So if you do find it, and you do manage to get it down to a single image, a title, a tagline, something that people go, "Oh, I got to share that with everybody on Facebook," and everybody that looks at it goes, "Oh, I've got to share that." Everybody that they share it with goes, "I have to share that." It's worth investing the time going, I can't make lightning strike, but I can at least wet myself down and go running around out on the golf course, which is going to maximize the potential of lightning striking. A very strange metaphor. So that's my advice for this time. It's almost impossible to do, but it's well worth keeping it in your consciousness as somebody who hasn't created a book yet and is in the process of creating a book. Maximize the chance of it going viral.